Live
ACU.
from the ACU of Texas Studios.
This
is the Clear Lake Today Podcast Network.
Just now. Joining me as always are my fellow complainers, Tim, Reed, and Devin. Flippo is not here because his internet sucks. I miss you all. The reason why I am so far back is because I have been gaining weight lately, so to appear smaller and thinner, I will be small and far away.
Hey, Greg. It's not helping.
You know how? Yeah, you know how like whenever you get far away and your whole body starts getting smaller. Yeah. So everything still looks proportionate.
Okay. You know how the camera adds 10 pounds whenever you're further away, it adds 80. Yeah. No, I'll sit up close.
Man, you look great.
No,
you look healthy.
No.
Yeah.
All right, but enough about me. Let's talk about us.
I'm doing good, thank you. Just hanging out and just taking care of my kid, taking care of my dogs. Thanks for asking.
I was about to say, no one asked, Reed.
Well, okay. Well, okay, Devin, how are you doing?
I'm okay. It's been a rough week.
Tell me about it.
Is it work or is it not feeling good or both?
I was not feeling good. I took yesterday off. Thursday, so this week was only a 4-day week. And 2 of those days we had to give a test for 2 hours in the morning. Okay. And on Thursday, I started feeling like shit, like I could barely stay awake all day. I was exhausted. So I took Friday off and slept all day. And now I feel better.
Well,
that's good.
Sometimes that's all you need. Tim, how have you been? The crown jewel of the group. How has he been?
What?
Is that a Paul joke?
The shining jewel. What are you doing?
Pass.
All right.
Tim, can I just say that you have the cutest little mole on your head? Wait, hang on.
It's a mole?
Nope, that's dirt on my screen. Never mind.
Yeah, it's a booger, man. Way to point it out. Jeez.
Sometimes I take an expo marker and draw on my computer screen and give you all little mustaches and little stuff.
Do you ever thicken my beard and mustache? Because that's something I'm self-conscious about. I wish I had a thicker beard and mustache.
I thicken something. Wink, wink. And now,
Tim, I have the same thing. If I trim too much, it looks a little patchy on this side.
Yeah.
Tim, so I found out that my beard grows, but right here in the middle, it doesn't grow as long, and then I don't grow anything right here, and it makes me sad.
Yeah, well, this is kind of natural. Not a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't grow right
this
here
little
either.
Soul patch thing.
Yeah.
I also don't grow.
That's all I got.
I have a weird little triangle right here that doesn't grow right here. So it's like a weird bald spot.
Everybody. Facial hair is different. Facial hair is weird.
Yeah. My beard used to grow in a Z on my face. It would come down to the mustache, and it would come back to here, and then go across the chin, almost like Tony Stark in the first Iron Man. And that's how it grew.
I bet Devin did that on purpose, and too many people made fun of him. So he's like, "No, it just grows that way, guys.
I swear it's real.
I promise."
It legit did, because that's how it was my first year in college, because I did a show and they said, okay, we want you to, because it wasn't growing super thick. It was just growing in that pattern. So they were like, all right, we still need you to fill in your beard a little bit with makeup, but follow the pattern of your beard. Don't try to add extra stuff. And so that's what I had to do. It had to be like this weird, shape.
You also said your real last name was Stark, though. So,
Yeah.
We can only believe you so far.
Hey, winter is coming.
Well, let's do hypotheticals.
Got one more thing to say about beard.
Okay, one more
If
thing.
I don't trim the bottom of my jaw, down here on my neck, then it just continues to grow out, and I'll have a beard down to here, but just hanging off my jaw. It looks super weird.
I got one more thing to say about beards too. My neck, my neck hair, it grows up. It doesn't grow down. So it hurts. Whenever I do anything, and right now I'm starting to
stabs you.
Yeah, right now I'm starting to get chins, and so it's stabbing me. It's this sucks. But This is going to be a fat shaming episode for me.
But it's only you against yourself. Like,
I know.
we'd love it.
Everybody
We're
else thinks
good
we
with
look
it.
good.
But if you want us to join, I mean, reluctantly we can.
No,
Alright.
don't invite yourself to it, Devin.
I said reluctantly.
The
Devin
first
did that earlier this morning too. We were like talking about something, Greg and I, and Devin was like, "Yeah, it's me, me,
No,
guys, me."
no. I wasn't on my screen, so you guys had asked what that background was, and I wasn't paying attention because I was looking through stuff on my thing. So I forgot that Reed had to join, and I didn't see Reed's background. I thought it was just
No.
his normal room.
Greg
so I
was talking about
curious.
my background.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways,
How am I gonna know
hypotheticals.
that? I wasn't on the screen.
Let's do hypotheticals. Reed, give me the hypothetical music.
Hypotheticals.
I feel like that's
Alright.
copyright.
Well, no, he changed the words and he
I
sung
think
it
as long
himself.
as it's like under 12 hours, we should be good, right?
Yeah, what's
So let's just start playing Doja Cat on repeat.
perfect. All right, let's see. Let's start
Get all
with
her albums on here.
let's start with
Equals
Tim.
12 hours.
Tim, you're walking in a forest. You find a black suitcase. Inside it holds $1 million and a piece of paper stained with blood with a single word, "Don't." Would you take the suitcase home or leave it?
Fuck it. I would take it. Live fast, die hard. I'd spend it all.
Okay.
I'd spend it all. I would die by whatever, left that note.
It's only $1 million though. That's
Only?
not really a lot of money. If you,
Yeah, but it's
if you
only
think
one
about it.
human life, right? 1 out of 7 billion.
But-
I'll never get this opportunity again in my whole life to have $1 million in cash to just spend on whatever I want for however long until I end up dying and writing my own note for someone else. However, the suitcase that I leave for someone else will probably have like $10 and you still owe a bunch of money to the banks.
Yeah. Your note
And
would
you
be
know
a
what?
little bit more descriptive other than "don't." It'll be like, "Don't because this will happen."
I know.
Plus, think about this. Tim's not one that likes to spend money, so he'll just have
$1 million.
a million.
Yeah, $1 million.
$1 million.
Oh, I would leave 1,000 if it was a bloody note that says "don't." I'm not taking the 1,000. But if it was
Yeah,
a million,
$1,000.
a million, I would definitely think about it.
So actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I would take it and I would buy all of my best friends' houses. I would buy you 3 houses and I would just give it to y'all. And then I would take the remaining like $10 or whatever. And I would buy myself and my killer an ice cream. And we will just have a nice little conversation before something happens.
I gotta say, Tim, the best part about what you just said isn't that you're gonna buy us houses. It's that you said you would only buy us 3 houses. Fuck Flippo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Since he wasn't
well,
here.
Flip over here. He's not part of the hypothetical. So.
Hypothetical.
Yeah, he missed 1 episode, therefore no home.
He doesn't get a house.
Yeah.
But I would put like random stipulations on you guys getting these houses.
You have to
Like
skip inside the house every day.
There's an internet cap. Like he's like,
you
I
have
don't.
to snort cocaine at least twice a year
Yeah.
for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
And there will
This
be drug
camera
tests.
has to be in the master bedroom.
If the
What
power
was
bill,
that?
if the power bill's too high, I swear to God. All right. So you would take the suitcase. Good to know. All right.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Read. You find a book and you begin to read.
I'm gonna stop you there. I
Get it?
I don't read. I haven't read a book and I don't know how long.
All
But
right.
it's a hypothetical, so
Yeah. So you find the book,
This
begin
is
to
another
read.
Gotcha.
You find the book, begin to read, only to discover that it is your life. You get to the point that you are at right now. Do you turn the page knowing that you will not be able to change the events to come?
Do I keep reading?
Yeah,
Even though
so,
I
like,
can't change it?
Yeah, so basically, would you read the book of your life knowing from this moment on how you die and every event that would happen, knowing you can't change it?
No, I wouldn't, because I personally just live day to day. I don't think much ahead. I just what's now is now. Whatever's in the book, I'll just
What if
leave
it's
it
really bad?
not to be my knowledge. And
What if it's really bad? Like you turn the page and you wind up seeing that just like as soon as you leave the library, like you just get beaten to death.
well, like here's the thing: how would I know that? You
You just
what if
read
you read the next page. I wouldn't know what's on the next page if I just left it alone.
Yeah, well,
Maybe
I guess you
in
would
the
know.
book,
You would
I
know
did
once you get
something.
beaten up.
What if I just get beaten up? Okay.
All right.
I haven't been in a physical altercation in my life.
Let's.
That's
I
not
know
true.
why.
You
So
beat
much-
the shit out of Tim.
Oh, that's true. He literally asked for it. He's like, "I'm gonna fight you," and I'm like, "Okay." So we didn't throw punches. We just
No, I said I was gonna wrestle you.
yeah. I was about to say yeah. We just wrestled. We didn't throw punches or anything.
Okay.
But no, I would not keep reading.
Okay. All right. Well, Tim. Oh wait, yes, Tim. Here
Nope,
is your.
that's
husband.
me.
No,
Devin.
It's me.
It's
Whatever.
the other Tim.
Devin.
we do look similar though.
It's the
We
hair.
do.
Let's see. If when you die, you are given the choice between finding out what is next or staying on Earth as a ghost to wander the planet alone for eternity, which would you choose? So basically, do you go to whatever
Would you pass on or would
yeah.
you stay again?
whatever lies beyond you don't know, or do you hang out on Earth and just see what's going on, but you're completely by yourself?
So is it like you don't know that there's heaven and hell?
Yeah,
or
like you
is
don't-
it
you
that
don't
you
know
don't
yet.
know whether you're going to heaven.
Like
or to
there's a
hell,
door-
but you know there's a heaven.
Like
and
let's
hell.
say there's a door, it's closed, you don't know what's on the other side of it. All you know is that's technically passing on. You just don't know what you could either go to
Yeah.
hell, heaven, purgatory,
be
Valhalla.
nothing.
Yeah, nothing. You could just
Purgatory,
reincarnation,
Elysium, Valhalla,
whatever.
hell.
Yeah, whatever. Or
Or-
you stay as a ghost, see your family, everything, but you can't talk. You're alone. There's no other ghosts to hang out with.
Well, let me ask you this.
No, I'm asking you.
No. Let me ask you this on this question.
Okay.
Can I still interact with objects? Like I can't interact with people, but like we're talking like poltergeist rules. Can I still like
I'm gonna
open
give you.
cabinets and shit?
I'm going to give you watcher rules. You cannot, should not, and will not interfere. You can't do nothing. You just watch them.
Is he only tied to this planet, or if we're doing Watcher rules, is he able to travel around the universe?
The question just says staying on Earth as a ghost to wander the planet. But let's just say, you can travel the solar system.
The
I
solar
do
system
that.
or the universe?
That's pretty sweet.
Universe is pretty big. Let's just say our Milky Way galaxy.
Yeah, but I'm dead forever.
Yeah, our
It's not like he has
coming
anything else to do.
True, you're right. Well, let's just say let's keep it realistic, quote unquote. Our Milky Way galaxy, you can travel.
I would choose to stay and travel.
Okay, that's a good one.
I mean, I may not be able to share it with anyone, but I'll at least know for myself. Like, hey,
But here's the thing: you shouldn't. But what if, like, I don't know, there's a probe that we sent to Titan that you sped along with your ghostly poltergeisty powers and helped humans, discover.
Greg
Well,
already put the rules
yeah,
down.
he's got
Cannot,
watcher
will not,
rules.
should not.
Yeah, he's got watcher rules.
Yeah, cannot,
So
will
he-
not, should not. But that doesn't mean. Oh,
He's-
well, I
he
guess
can't-
it does.
He can't
Can't.
touch. He's just gonna.
Yeah, he's
he
just
gonna
watching.
face right-
So,
he can sit, watch, and follow it, but he can't
yeah,
push it along.
but hey, I mean, Strange was able to talk to the Watcher, so maybe somewhere in his galactal exploration, he can find someone who could talk to him.
But it's
I-
not galactal. You only limited him to one solar
I
system.
didn't know the word. Leave me alone.
Our Milky
It's-
Way galaxy is a galaxy, so it's galactal.
Greg said our solar system.
no, he
not,
said the Milky
I
Way.
changed. Yeah, I changed it to the Milky Way.
well, if that's our that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. I'm saying.
Get the Milky Way galaxy out of your ears next time and listen to what I say.
No,
There you go.
no,
All right.
I like to
Way.
put all the Milky Ways in my ear.
Do y'all have hypotheticals for me?
Yeah, I've got one
Um,
for you. If you could shove any candy
Don't.
bar in your ear,
Don't. Oh, okay. Ear.
yeah, what?
I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it
In your penis hole,
Yeah.
in your in your ear, what would it be?
And I don't
Penis
have.
hole. Penis hole. I would say Twizzler, maybe. Or
Yeah, that's a huge. Have you? I ate Twizzlers
Like-
today.
like the
They're
fun- the
huge.
little
That's
mini
like
fun
that
size.
big.
Oh,
pretty
But
big.
they're also a
Twizzlers?
little sharp.
What are
like
the
a little
Twizzlers
sharp
that you
edges.
can peel?
you.
I gave y'all really deep.
Oh, I got one. I got one.
If he
What-
has a terrible one, I got a good one for you.
What if you couldn't tie your shoes?
That sucks.
Yes,
Greg, I got
You're
one
so
for you.
good.
I'd probably learn how.
Greg,
like,
I've got
Velcro, baby, Velcro.
Yeah.
Greg, I've got a good one for you.
Shit.
What?
Greg, would you kill one innocent child
Yes.
to heal the world's diseases forever?
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
What the fuck, Devin?
Yes.
That's a terrible one.
Do you want me to give a better one?
No, does the child have to be healthy? Because then I just go find a poor sick
Yes.
child who's on the verge of death and be like, "You're gonna do great things," and then
Oh,
save the world.
okay.
You're
New
dead.
one, new one. I'm gonna alter Devin's a little bit.
Okay.
Would you kill someone's child who is on the podcast right now in order to end all the world's diseases? If so, whose child would you kill?
So I have to kill either Devin's, Reed's, or so Flippo's is safe.
Yeah, Flippo's is safe because
Flippo,
he's not here.
yeah, Flippo, you lucked out today.
Wait. I know how to answer this, Greg. It's a trick question.
Yours? I'll kill yours.
No, I know how to answer it.
Cut
The
somebody's
child
balls off.
doesn't have to be born yet, Greg.
Yeah, I just crush one of y'all's nuts and then save the day. So who wants to be the martyr?
Tim,
Well,
because Tim doesn't
technic-
want children.
Technically, sperm is not a child, so
Okay, so I would need to find a woman as well, crush her eggs and one of y'all's testicles in order to right that wrong or like
I
save the
think-
universe.
I think it would have to at least qualify as a living being. So I guess in Texas, just like
Yeah.
6 weeks after conception.
I know, shit. Oh man, let's not get into this conversation.
No.
Let's
The question
backtrack.
is, Rowan or Cooper? Would you kill one of those, and which one to end all the world's diseases forever?
To be honest, I don't like either one of y'all's kids. So
Yeah, me
it's just
neither.
kind of a flip of the coin. Let's see. I'll do Devin.
Wow.
I mean, technically, Devin. I mean, I haven't met Reed physically in real life, so
Uh-huh.
it would feel awkward. That's the first time we meet.
Yeah, but you know both
Oh,
me
Greg,
and
Stab.
Casey personally.
Well, I mean, like, but there's some bonding there. Like we've laid a foundation already.
You know, Greg, for a while you were Casey's favorite because you sided with her on those dumbass little like tiny toys.
Yeah.
Now I feel like you just dropped to the bottom again.
I
I
mean,
can't believe Reed's not her favorite.
I know Reed's
Reed
definitely
never
the.
does anything bad.
You know, Reed is literally the best one out of all of us.
Reed has yelled at her in a game night. I think
If I'd given
Deserved
Reed,
it. Came into my house.
if I would have given Reed
Disrespected
that
me.
question, that conundrum, he would have figured a way to save all the world's diseases and the two kids.
Yeah.
None of us could do that. Only Reed and his ingenuity.
Yeah. So you're welcome. I'm glad I killed your baby. Let's all right. So let's go on ahead and get into it.
I mean, you don't have to be happy about it, Greg.
well, I
Yeah.
just ended
Fucking
diseases.
monster.
I ended diseases. You're welcome. I'm gonna feel good about it. All right, let's see. Let's go into the episode. On Thursday, September 9th, Sony PlayStation did a showcase of their up-and-coming games, their projects that they got going on, little ideas, little things that they got. And let's just go through the list of some of the most notable and the big ones. Up first is one that I'm kind of excited for, but not really, is Knights of the Old Republic is getting a remake for the PlayStation and PC. What do y'all think about that?
I'm
PlayStation
excited.
4 and 5 or just 5?
I'm butthurt because they're already starting the ostracization of the PlayStation 4. As we'll go through the list, a bunch of them are going to be PlayStation 5 exclusives.
Yeah. Knights
And-
of the Old Republic says PlayStation 5 and PC.
Yeah, and so it's just kind of it's already starting. It's just, and like there's already a shortage of PS5s.
Yeah,
There
it's not
is.
even like they're giving us the opportunity to buy their stupid ass product.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
think the shortage is going to be until 2023 is the last I read, and it's like we're not even going to have the system to play the games on. Just let us get it on the 4. But anyways, we'll talk more about it later. Knights of the Old Republic. It's been 20 years since we've gotten this game. I'm not really big into MMOs, but this one I've always kind of picked up and put down throughout my time playing it.
This isn't an MMO.
Yeah, it is. You create a character and you go about and there's other players around the world. Knights of
No,
the Old
that's
Republic.
the Old Republic.
Yeah, this is Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, no, you're talking about Star Wars, The Old Republic, and this is Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic.
My God. So you mean this is a different game?
Yeah, it's a completely different game. This
Cool.
is a game that like premiered on Xbox back in the 2000s or something,
Yeah.
and it was like a turn-based Star Wars RPG game. Do you
Ugh.
guys remember this?
I
hate
just remember.
turn-based
I
games.
remember an MMO, and that's what I thought it was.
No, you're thinking of The Old Republic.
Well,
This is
that's
Knights
confusing.
the Old
Yeah,
Republic.
they should come up with a better title because that's confusing.
Yeah,
I know
they should.
my dad said he's been playing it on his PlayStation, but like the old one.
Yeah, that's what
so
this
it's all
is.
terrible.
It's
Yeah,
just a remake
and
of it.
so I told him that the other day. He was excited to get an upgraded version.
Okay.
I feel like I'm excited, but I feel like I'm gonna be so disappointed. I'm gonna be like, oh, like I'm gonna chase that nostalgic feeling, and my taste in games has changed since then.
Yeah,
I was excited until I heard turn based, and I thought,
Yeah, I mean, I agree because what Tim said really hit the nail on the head for me. Is my preference of gaming has changed. It's
Mhm.
like I'm really into the over-the-shoulder kind of God of War, Last of Us kind of games now. More so, like, because I tried playing Final Fantasy IX again recently, and it's just like it's a slog to go through.
Yeah.
It's like I can't even do this.
Well, let me correct myself. It's not turn-based, but it is like you have to select your actions for your people in the middle of the fight. So, like, if you want to change your character's action from attack to throw a grenade, you have to pause the fight and go into, like, the actions and change it. Sort of like the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah.
Like, you can attack a bunch, but if you want to use your magic, you got to stop the fight and then select your magic to use.
Yeah. So they might do something like that, like just update, because it is a remake. They're building it from the ground up. So there's a chance that we could get more of a kind of hack and slash kind of style instead. Which in that case it'll be good because I really do like the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
So another thing about the game, you can do good deeds or bad deeds, and that will determine what force powers your characters will have. So, like, if you do a bunch of evil deeds, you get lightning powers eventually.
Mhm.
If you do a bunch of good deeds, you get healing powers.
Dang it! What's that game? Fuck! Where he had lightning and it'd be blue or red, and you could throw.
Oh,
grenades.
Infamous.
Yeah, man, I
yeah,
love that.
yeah.
They're making another
Dude,
Infamous
ditto.
as well.
Yeah, basically. And then you can make your own lightsaber eventually, but you start off as like a spice runner, I think, or
Yeah.
some, criminal, obviously, because that's how all Star Wars starts.
Yeah, and then they become a Jedi. All right, let's go next. Insomniac.
And I think
Oh.
Revan is in it. Sorry.
Revan.
Darth Revan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never played this Star Wars game, so I've got nothing to say about it. So
Ooh,
yes.
Have you guys seen the replica lightsabers they made for Darth Revan?
No.
Oh, dude, they're badass. They can go like it's. It only comes with one because he has two, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But on it, you can change it. There's a button so that when you turn it on, it can change from red to purple.
Yeah.
It's fucking sweet.
Let's do the
Most
next
of my
game.
Star Wars knowledge is from the Skywalker saga.
Just the movie.
It starts with Anakin and it ends with Rey, basically.
All right. Next game is Insomniac announces their next secret project is Wolverine.
I'm excited, but I have mixed feelings.
Is Insomniac the people who did Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, they did the
Yeah.
Spider-Mans and Ratchet and Clank. But
They do really good games. I just think I don't know. When they did when you do Spider-Man, it's very clearly lends itself to an open world game,
uh-huh.
but I don't necessarily think Wolverine does.
I think it does. I do. It'll just be different. It won't be
It'll
as
be like you're running around New York and it takes you 30 minutes to get from Manhattan to
Well,
Brooklyn.
no, I don't think
and it's
it'll.
Spider-Man, you get there in like 1 minute.
No,
It'll
it won't be
great
in New York.
Great.
It won't be in New York or anything like that. It'll just be kind of more kind of like a story, open world, kind of thing. Not like completely open world where you can just travel. But I
In
think it'll be more
Canada.
kind of like that. Yeah.
Did Tim think they just copy and pasted
Yeah,
New York
they-
from Spider-Man just to play as Wolverine?
Yeah. Yep. I mean,
Yeah,
I
no,
wouldn't
I
be
think-
surprised. It's an easy shit ton of money.
When I think about the Wolverine game, part of me thinks that it's going to be done kind of like the Deadpool game was. You know, not like a joke, but in terms of like how the levels worked. It was like you're in this level now, you're in this level now.
Yeah.
And so
I
there's
think
not
it's
a
gonna
whole
be
lot
very
of
linear.
And that will be
Yeah.
the open world, but it'll be a linear open world.
But
kind
see,
of thing.
that's what makes me sad though, because the open worlds like Spider-Man lend itself to like even after you beat the game, you've got stuff to do and go play, and there's not a
Yeah.
whole lot of stuff to do after you beat a game like Deadpool.
Yeah, and all of this is speculation. This is just what we think it could be. For all we know, they could find a way to.
Did anyone watch the trailer?
Yeah, it's really short. It's only a minute long.
Oh.
It's Logan sitting at a bar. The bar is all broken up and beaten. This guy comes in there and says, "Brr, brr, brr, brr," and starts causing guff. And then Wolverine like clenches his fist, and then his little claws pop out, and then Wolverine.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really
So
short.
we don't know if it's going to be like an X-Men game or an
No,
Avengers type game.
Insomniac said it's in very early development. So for all we know, it's just this trailer.
It may never come out.
Yeah, like there's no date. It's just kind of, hey, we're thinking about it. But so yeah, that's Wolverine at the moment. Going into Insomniac as well, we have the announcement trailer for Spider-Man 2.
With Venom.
With Venom.
Dude, that Venom looks legitly
Yeah.
terrifying.
It looks
I
really
need to
good.
watch. I need to watch these.
But
Yeah.
as I was stating earlier, kind of butthurt it's only on PS5.
I thought someone said that it wasn't. I thought someone said it was on PS4 and PS5.
Yeah,
I thought it was you.
Yeah,
Greg.
I did. On my
That's-
post, I had posted on our Instagram. I'm going to probably go back and change it. But whenever I had first read it, someone said it was PS4. But everything else I've read past that has said it's just going to be PS5. And so I'm like, oh. that
At the end of the
sucks.
trailer, does it have PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 like little logo at the bottom of the little
I
credit?
don't remember. I would have to go back and check. Let me
Normally
see.
they do
I
that.
actually have the trailer right here. Hang on.
Nope. It's a PS5 exclusive.
Yeah.
Mm.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little butthurt about that too. But I mean,
Which
do I
means
have
it's not
plans
even
to get
going
a
to come to
PlayStation
PC, I don't think.
Yeah, I have a kid. Like I have $650 to shell out for a whole new system, and then $300 for brand new games.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean it's the same thing. I mean they did the same thing when the 4 came out. That
Well,
they had a shortage of controllers and they didn't have enough.
They're not
games.
expecting it to come out till 2023, so you got 2 years. 2 years to save up $600 and
Yeah.
get lucky enough to buy one.
Yeah, hopefully. But I mean,
and a lot of the games, and if you're smart, a lot of the games you buy now will transfer over.
yeah. So the trailer obviously shows Miles Morales and Peter Parker together. So I think we might get a GTA 5 kind of character swapping kind of thing throughout the story that we play as
I
both
read
of them.
something that says you do. So you do play as both characters throughout, but Peter is the main person you'll play as. But when you beat the game, you'll be able to swap back and forth freely.
That's weird to me. I think it would have been cooler if they added a cool multiplayer to it, where one person plays Peter Parker, one person plays Miles at the same time.
And
I
then
think
one
that'd be
person plays Venom, and one person plays the Goblin,
And then
then another person can play NPC number 264.
And then I play Mary Jane, and then we all go on a date, and then y'all fall in love with me and say I'm so skinny.
And whoever plays NPC number 264 gets to be the waiter and experience all the love at the table. But then they mess up the order, so everybody starts screaming at them. Yeah.
This is dumb, but yeah.
So-
back to the game.
They do so. If you have not watched the trailer, you see Venom at the very end. You hear him, and he sounds legit. Venom sounds awesome. He looks awesome in the one little glimpse you get of him. But you also hear the voice of Kraven the Hunter.
Venom, do you get to see a Venom suit of Spider-Man? I see Venom suit behind you.
The one that so this is just, I think, a drawing of what people think it's going to look like.
Gotcha.
Personally, I'm hoping that when they do it the sleek way, where it's like the original comic book style way, straight black, no webbing or anything on it.
Well,
Just
I was-
straight, sleek black with the white symbols.
I was wondering, at the end of Spider-Man PS4, they had Harry in that tube with Venom.
Mhm.
So is Venom actually gonna be able, like, is he gonna leave Harry and join Peter for a bit, or do you just think that it'll just be Venom?
I
And they'll
actually
skip the whole Spider-Man Venom arc.
No, they've they've hinted that it's going to be on Peter at some point, because something that I read said that you get a whole skill tree just for the black suit.
I believe.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I was gonna say I believe that I think Insomniac is pretty good at rewriting characters' origin stories and all that stuff. So I was going to say that I don't think Peter's ever going to get the suit. But since you said he has a whole skill tree, oh well.
But how crazy would it be if it's not Peter that gets the symbiote suit and it's Miles?
Or what
How
if it's
crazy
Harry?
would it be if it, like, whoever gets it, part of the skill tree is like you eat the enemy, like in the Venom movies. And so, like, you're fighting all these random thugs, and then all of a sudden your mouth opens up and you just eat somebody.
That'd
They're
be
just
cool.
gone.
There was an old Spider-Man game. It was the Spider-Man Ultimate Spider-Man game where it was all comic booky, where you played as Spider-Man and Venom, and when you were Venom, you ate people.
Here's a thought. I kind of just said it. What if actually it's just Harry? What if you play as Harry as Venom, and that's that skill tree? Like, it actually doesn't have to go to Peter or Miles. Like, you just play as Harry Venom.
That'd be pretty cool, too.
Harry.
And he
honestly-
joins part of, like, the Web Warriors.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm honestly thinking that just because it's on Harry doesn't mean Harry's going to be Venom, though. Because, I don't know,
Uh-huh.
to have aggression towards, like, Spider-Man, I don't think Harry would, because...
I think that opens up the story to change this bad guy into a good guy and give him an emotional arc for
Or
the people
maybe-
who play Spider-Man.
Maybe the Venom symbiote is what's used to keep Harry alive in this tube, and then somehow, I don't know, he'll get better or something, and then
Well, at the end
they
of...
won't need the symbiote anymore.
At the end of the Miles Morales game, you get another glimpse into where, like, Norman walks into his lab, and Harry's awake in his tube. You can see him, like, looking around, and Osborn comes in and says, "All right, let him go. Release him. He's been in there long enough." And Kurt Connors is there, and he's like, "Yeah, but what if?" And then Connor just yells at him, "Let him go!" And then it cuts out. So they do release him, but there might be some kind of issue with his disease.
So we all remember Spider-Man 1, right? The PS4 Spider-Man. We all remember how they had this emotional connection to Doc Ock, and then, there's this virus, and then Aunt May dies to save the city, right?
Yeah.
She says,
Yeah.
"Don't use this thing on me." What if they do something similar with Venom? Like, maybe Osborn or Norman or Kurt Connors, like, weaponizes Venom and releases it on New York, and then Harry has to sacrifice himself for, like, an anti-Venom to save the rest of New York.
Or Peter does.
Yeah, like, it spends this whole time where Venom's the bad guy, and then he's actually not bad, and, like, he's like, do it before I turn evil again, and then you save New York.
Yeah.
Well,
So
the thing,
just
right?
Spider-Man 1.5, just
Yeah.
it's the same thing over here.
Yeah,
Well, don't
copy and
forget
paste, baby,
Yeah.
copy and paste.
While Venom is in the trailer, Craven's the one that does all the speaking. So Craven in the whole monologue Craven does, he basically talks about. Do you mind? Thank you.
I bet
Why is
Craven
everybody-
will just take on the task.
Why is everybody bringing their babies all of a sudden?
Because Casey just left.
Jesus.
Craven talks about how he's always been looking for this challenge, some opponent that will be better than him and challenge him, maybe even defeat him. And so he's coming to New York to fight the spiders. And then at the very end of it, Venom goes, "We'll give you a challenge." And then that's when you see the very brief glimpse of him.
I bet
Um,
Craven is just Taskmaster.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well,
He's-
Adjacent.
remember in first one, like, the main villain was Doc Ock in the end, but the whole time leading up to it, you thought it was
Mr.
what's his
Negative.
face?
Mr. Negative.
Mr. Negative. So it could be one. We don't know who's going to be the first primary or the secondary villain.
take your
But I
hand.
bet Taskmaster was there and had all those challenges. That's what I'm thinking Craven is gonna do.
Yeah, Devin, take
Yeah,
your
the little
hand.
side
Devin,
things.
take your hand and just put it over the baby.
Yeah. Has he considered
Greg's making Devin do the killing.
Yeah,
no,
that's how I do it.
it has to be by your hands, Greg.
All right, well, let's go. Since we're pressed for time, let's go to the next one. God of War Ragnarok finally gets a gameplay trailer. We're greeted.
I'm pretty stoked for it.
We're greeted with returning characters Freya. We're greeted with
Sorry.
Freya.
Devin, there's a button on your screen that you can click to just
Yeah.
magically.
I actually tuned it out for a second. I wasn't paying attention until Greg stopped talking. I was like, why'd he stop? Oh, yeah. My bad.
Yeah. Anyways, we're greeted with returning characters Freya, Kratos, Atreus, and we also.
Boy.
Oh yeah, and boy. And we also get new characters. We get new dwarves. We also get Thor, played by Ryan Hurst of Sons of Anarchy. And there's a bit of a controversy right now with Fat Thor.
I
People
think he
aren't
looks
liking it.
awesome.
Well, people aren't liking it. Well, they're saying it's a more faithful interpretation of the Nordic Thor. That
Yeah.
what you feel like you were
I-
going to say
I have to
something.
watch
Devin.
all these trailers.
Oh, I thought Devin was going to say something.
I was going to say, I don't remember seeing a whole lot of him.
Well, it's in
like you only
artwork.
see him.
Well, no, they've released the artwork for these
Oh,
characters.
so you haven't seen the artwork.
Yeah, they've released the artwork for the characters. Like Freya's got
He
a
looks
new.
like a badass Viking.
Yeah, and like Freya's got a new look, and they've released Thor. They've also released this new character that starts with an A. It's kind of hard to pronounce. I was gonna try to look it up, but you know what? I'm not going to.
Atreus?
No, not Atreus. It's a girl
Azer?
character. It's a little girl who I think might be a love interest for Atreus. I'm not sure if Loki ever had a spouse in Norse mythology, but
He did.
they
He did a lot.
so then
Yeah.
maybe it's somebody that he meets. And that
Oh, Angerboda. She's a giant as well.
Oh, okay. So cool.
Yeah.
So in the trailer we have Kratos. He's now rocking this kind of big fur coat, jacket, cape thing. It's really cool. Atreus is a lot older now. It seems we're going to get a new kind of mode of travel, that they have like this little dog sled thing that Freya shows up and attacks them on. It just seems
That might be cats because her animal is cat.
I was gonna say this a second ago. Here's my thought about Fat Thor. You ready?
okay.
Remember that by this point, he's a dad. He's had like 2 children that have grown all the way up. He's probably let himself go, had some beers. He's not really the warrior that he has to because he's got his sons now. So he's probably putting on a little weight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's all. Just do you mind?
Either that or like the bodybuilders that have the 6-packs. Those aren't the kind of abs you want in real life. If you want to be super strong, it's that one massive mound of muscle. That's what you really want, and it might be that.
Well,
I
I
don't
also
know.
And you
believe-
also want to have like a thick layer of fat for that
Step.
energy whenever you need it. People who actually do like strongman contests, they're not worried about like burning fat. They're worried about making sure they get enough energy to be able to push 1,000 pounds off their chest, you know?
Yeah. Well,
So I bet he's going to be strong as fuck.
Well, let's talk speculations right now for God of War. I think obviously in the last God of War, spoiler if you haven't played it, anybody here, at the end of the first God of War, we get alluded to Kratos' death.
What the fuck?
Shut up.
kidding.
And
Okay.
I think at the end of this, I think Ragnarok, Kratos will die. And
Kratos' death or dad? Is that what you said?
death.
Oh, okay. I thought you said dad.
No, I think Kratos will die in Ragnarok, and then in the next game we'll play as Atreus. That's what I think might happen. Also, I think this is just a thought that I had last night. I think Odin might be Zeus somehow. I'm not sure. I just kind of feel that Odin might still be someone we know or have seen in maybe past God of War games.
So very quickly, just to go back on the you were curious about that little girl, Angerboda. She is Loki's wife. She's the one who he fathers Fenrir, Jormungandr, and Hel with.
So then, I
So-
think that it'll be her and Atreus in the third game, if they do a trilogy of this. Yeah. Well, what speculations do y'all have for Ragnarok?
No idea.
I'm wondering. I'm hoping that they let you. I know that you traveled back to some of the same realms as you do in the first one, because I saw dark elves in there.
And
Yeah,
you
just
didn't.
new
You don't travel to
areas.
all of them in the first game, right? Just
No.
I didn't think so. Just like 3 of them. So yeah, they might open up to that a little bit.
I'm
sure
hoping
they
you.
will.
Well, I think you travel to Hell. You travel
Muspelheim,
to
Helheim, Venheim, Niflheim, and
Anaheim,
yeah, you don't go to Valhalla. You don't go to another one.
Asgard.
Yeah. So
You
anyways,
don't go to Vanaheim.
yeah. Well, since we're pressed for time, let's go ahead to a game that I don't know about y'all. I'm getting sick of. GTA 5 is coming to the PS5.
Is this like the 4th or 3rd remake?
It was
What?
made for the PlayStation 3, so it's been around for a while.
Why does it even get a new trailer? You know, like we already know this fucking
Yeah.
game.
A lot of people
Like,
are
just
pissed.
It's so annoying.
Yeah, a lot of people are pissed about that because they're saying that of all this time that you're spending updating this old game, you could be making a new game. And I mean, they might be. I mean, who knows? Maybe they're working on the greatest game ever made and it takes time. But still, it's been a long time. We can only play this game because I don't play the story anymore. It would just be online, and even online is kind of unplayable because of all the people. So I mean,
Yeah, all
I'm
the
just,
dicks.
yeah, it's just I'm getting sick of this game. And
I once tried to run some weed for my motorcycle club.
yeah,
Like the entire server converged on me, and I was like, "Well, all right, start saying my prayers."
like they all coordinate, whatever. I don't know the word.
They cut off all my escape routes.
Yeah, oh, the baby's back.
Great.
But basically, I am getting sick of this game. I would much rather Rockstar just kind of remake another game and put it like, give me a Bully remake. Give me they won't do it, but give me a Manhunt remake. But I mean, just do something else other than GTA 5. I'm just sick of looking at it, and give me a new game, Rockstar.
What new are they like adding to this, or is it just a remake just so it can be played on PlayStation 5?
I think they
It's just a
it's usually-
remaster.
Yeah, they usually just add cars. They usually just add cars to the game and like little
Make
touches.
the buildings look better.
Yeah, that's about it.
And I don't know. I don't even know why this made it to the list of like the most anticipated games for this, because
Yeah,
I don't know.
nobody gives a shit.
Yeah,
we're already playing the goddamn game. Stop giving it to us.
yeah.
They're
Grand Theft
just
Auto came
the
out.
new generation. Yeah.
Yeah, Grand Theft
Like
Auto
with
5.
Skyrim, they're opening up a shit ton of mods. Like, give us a bunch of mods, then, you stupid Rockstar.
Dude,
Yeah.
that would
Sorry,
make
y'all
the
are
game so
probably
much more
really
fun.
smart.
Yeah,
That would make the game much more fun, as getting able to use mods on it.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's been out since 2013. That's something like I just wanted to look up what year it came out. So it's definitely been a long time, and I refuse to believe they were just working on Red Dead Redemption 2. It's like they have a bunch of studios. They should be working on other shit. Well, they did announce different remakes as well. They are remaking San Andreas, Vice City, and other things, but who knows when that'll happen too. So
I'm not saying unmute your mic, Devin, but I think your kid's going to be a drug addict when he gets older.
He's getting high on markers, and he's got
No, he keeps grabbing Casey's some of Casey's medicine from the table to shake as a rattle,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we don't have a rattle up here for him.
mm.
Oh, I do want to. Can we move on to the next game, Greg? Because I got one that I'm excited for.
Sure. What game do you have?
They're remastering Alan Wake.
Oh, okay. That's kind of
Yeah.
on my list.
no clue what that is.
That's the game I think we talked about it before. It's like this writer guy, and
It was on
he's in the
N64, right?
woods.
It was on the Nintendo 64, right?
No, it was on. Last time I played, it was on the Xbox.
I remember playing it on something like the old. That's what I remember playing it on.
It was on like Xbox 360s when I played it last. But it's this guy, he's writing a book, and I think someone dies or goes missing, like his wife or something, and so parts of his book start to come to life, I guess. I don't quite remember, it's been a while. But the other game that I saw on my list, or at least I've got two, is a game called Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
It's a Borderlands.
Which is a Borderlands spinoff.
Yeah.
It's a
We're
what?
also remastering Uncharted, the Uncharted series.
That was the next one I was going to say. All right. Well, yeah, let's just speed run since we're running out of time. The next remasters. The ones that I had on my list was, Tim just said it, is they're remastering Uncharted. Also going to be just PlayStation 5 and PC exclusive.
Why are these like the most anticipated games? They're just remasters.
Well,
Exactly.
I'm not anticipated for a game I've already played and beat.
I have one that's not. It's called Forspoken. I tried watching it. I don't quite know what it's supposed to be about, but it shows the game trailer showed off fast-paced movement, combat, along with plenty of like magical spells. But from the trailer that I watch, it's this girl who's trying to escape this like really shitty town, and she gets transported to this like almost fantasy land, and she
You're
gets
talking
this
about
bracelet.
Forspoken?
Yeah. She gets this bracelet that talks to her and like helps give her spells and things. And there's dragons and all this other stuff. I'm trying to find a.
I'm looking at images of it. It looks pretty clean.
It's like it's like Coraline meets Yennefer from Witcher.
Nice. Meets the badass from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh.
Just to finish the list, we also have Gran Turismo 7. That is coming to the PS4 and PS5. This new project thing called Project Eve. It's going to be a pulpy, bloody mess. And it's still no launch date or window. And then something called Tachia. It just looks like an open world, tropical paradise kind of animal environment game. So yeah.
Maybe like a survival or Far Cry sort of thing.
Yeah.
And they
something
can
like that.
turn into various animals and explore their tropical surroundings.
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right.
That's fun.
Well,
Like a werewolf.
let's go on ahead and do final thoughts. What are some games that we didn't say, games that we did say that y'all are excited for, or anything in general that y'all want to say in final thoughts?
I would say my top three games that I'm excited for are going to be God of War, Forspoken, and obviously Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Not the Wolverine.
Oh, well, I am, but I have hesitations for Wolverine because I don't know what the gameplay is going to be like yet because I haven't said anything about it.
It's too far away for me to really kind of be super. I'm excited that it might happen, but until I get like a date or like know it's going to happen, I don't really care.
Even when they announced the Spider-Man game the first time, way back when, they had gameplay of it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I agree with Devin. My top three that I'm excited for is definitely Spider-Man, God of War, Ragnarok is probably my number one, and then I don't know. I think that's about it. None of the other ones really stood out to me.
If you look at Forspoken, it's dope. It looks dope as hell.
I was about to say, the way that Devin described Forspoken, I would be excited for it. Forspoken, other games, obviously. Hogwarts Legacy,
Oh yeah,
I'm excited for that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Comes
a good
out in
one.
2022.
They didn't get a thing at the showcase, did they?
They got one last year, but I thought they had like a small one this year.
I don't remember seeing anything. Well, if they did, then that's something else. I guess that's my third, Hogwarts.
And then I guess Spider-Man. Spider-Man is one of the games that I almost platted on PlayStation 4, so
God of
the thing
War.
with
I
the
did.
stupid pigeon thing where you have to swing through them, bullshit, man. It's bullshit. I hate it. I hate it.
They do it. They do it
catch 'em
again
or,
in Miles
like,
Morales.
The groups like
You gotta
like,
swing
flock
through the
flying.
groups, yeah, through the flocks of pigeons.
They do
I
it
guess I just
again
did
in
that.
Miles Morales. You have to do it again.
Yeah.
All right.
Tim, have you played Miles Morales?
No,
Oh, man, you should. It's so good.
All right. Any other final thoughts?
that's it for me.
Okay.
That's
dumb
all
that
I
they're
got, man.
All right. Well, in
What'd you
that
say, Bree?
case,
I said it's dumb that they're all remakes and PS5.
Yeah,
yeah.
agreed.
Well, you know what? They're probably only doing remakes for the most part because no one can get their hands on a fucking PS5.
For real.
They're like, what do I have to do? Only like 6 people are playing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, well, Tim, take us out.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining us today with the Cape Complainers. Don't forget to like and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch,
TikTok.
TikTok again, and Devin.
Join our Minecraft server.
No, Tim, you're the worst. You said mine too, but I'll say it again.
Oh,
Make
did I?
sure to check us out on Twitch and YouTube
MySpace.
at the Cape Complainers, where we're streaming games and streaming the podcast and things.
Yeah. How about that
Mothership
mothership?
at Vinyl Draft Radio app? Download the app to listen to many other good shows. Yay! TikTok and YouTube and Twitch
Yeah.
and GTA server and
What was that first one again?
TikTok.
TikTok. Yeah. Don't forget the TikTok.
All right. If this show is not evidence enough, nobody complains like a fan. We'll see y'all next time. Might be next week. Might be never. All right. Bye-bye.
leave us
Bye.
alone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Get off my lawn.